Greetings, YouTube community, sports fans, nation, and worldwide. You've entered the Sports Opinion Log. I'm your host slash your boy Lex Anderson. And in tonight's video, yes, we are the champions. Not us as in terms of Laker fans, of course, but LeBron James. He did what champions do. He successfully has taken over fourth place NBA all-time scoring list, but he didn't do it with a no-look pass, of course, because he needed points. And I, being the sports historian here in the Sports Opinion Log, I present to you, the YouTube community, sports fans, nation and worldwide, Laker Nation, Laker fans, NBA fans, that on March 6th, in the second quarter versus the Denver Nuggets, LeBron James with the driving layup and the and one counted and the foul, took over Michael Jordan's spot. He ended the game with what I believe it was 31 points. Let me just check my notes real fast because you don't want the critics to trash you. Okay, 31 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Final score, though, of course, is the Nuggets won, took the victory 115-99. And of course, now LeBron will be on a minutes restriction because the Lakers are waving in the white towel on a pretty much dismal, lackluster season. But I have not come here to disparage LeBron like I see on social media and on the sports network. And I'm sure people are wondering, well, why are you wearing the legendary Kobe Bryant, the white Laker jersey? Well, you wear white for special occasions, and LeBron's accomplishment is a special occasion because at the end of the day, being a sports historian, I must be neutral in this matter and present LeBron's accomplishment in the annals of sports history. He now trails the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Karl Malone, and number three, yeah, this guy, Kobe Bryant. That's why I'm wearing the jersey. And plus, one of the things I like to say here in the Sports Opinion Log is that there are more losers out there in the world than there are winners. So, LeBron James, congratulations. The young kid from Akron, Ohio, raised by a single mother, who is now a mogul, who is now a brand, who now has a HBO series called excuse me, recreating Space Jam Part 2 or whatever. So congratulations. However, I do have to note it's funny that on March 6th, get it? 3-6, get it? LeBron's finals 3-6 on 3-6. It's hilarious. You got to love the numbers game. And that's what it's about. So, I have no ill will towards LeBron. Put him on a minute limit restriction, whatever. I mean, like, as long as they beat the Celtics this Saturday, I'll be satisfied. I'll be content. Because the Celtics, they're not going to go anywhere. Celtics ain't winning a chip. Clippers aren't winning a chip. So I'm all right. We still have 3 more years left to accomplish something worthwhile, and that is to bring the Lakers back to prominence and back to the glory land of being NBA champions. So let everybody else, do what they have to do or fail in their efforts. Kind of like the Sixers last night when they lost to the Bulls 108-107. What's that about? But we're not here. I'm digressing. My apologies. At the end of the day, LeBron James saw and was inspired by Michael Jordan, and that led him on a very successful path. How many of us out there can say that we are on successful paths in our lives? Probably not a lot of us. Because again, the world holds more losers than winners. Just like the planet Earth is covered in more excuse me, which gives life and sustenance and is refreshing. There's more water than land on the planet Earth. something you need. And we need winners. We need people to look up to and say, you know what? You're the reason of why I am who I am today. So, as a sports fan, I find it very inspiring, very touching how he made it. He's made something of his life beyond successful. Yeah, people could say 3-6, but what are you doing with your life? Are you a champion of anything? Probably not. Just like the people that like to criticize or say snide things to me on YouTube. But guess what? You're not even a real Avi. You're a silhouette. You're a name with no face. But I present myself in front of this camera day in, night out. This is who I am. So that alone makes me a winner. So I'm proud of LeBron. We all need something to look up to. I'm not going to get into some stupid drivel that everybody talks about. MJ versus LBJ, who's the greatest? It doesn't matter. Because if you had a real brain and a real sports IQ, you would realize that two different time eras. See, and being the sports historian that I am, I'll end this with a quick history lesson. Back in the days of early dentistry or dental work, people were given dentures made out of wood. When they would do oral surgery, they would actually use live leeches to suck the blood coming out of people's gums when they would remove teeth and whatever. But you know what? No one's putting live leeches in your mouth when you go to the dentist today. Because today they have that cute little suction thing that they stick in the side of your mouth to suck up the saliva and the blood. And good news, they have Novocaine. So you don't have to undergo dental work without being numbed down. And you know what that's called? That's called progression. That's called advancement. So I'm not going to talk about LeBron versus Jordan. Those are for mindless morons who have nothing else better to talk about because they're two different eras. So of course LeBron will never be as great as Michael Jordan is because as much offense as goes through the game, clearly as you could tell by the last couple of trips against the Golden State Warriors, they didn't have the offensive firepower. But again, that's neither here nor there. We're talking about his accomplishment. So salutes to you, LeBron James, for your accomplishment, overtaking Jordan's fourth spot, NBA all-time scoring list. I salute you. Does Laker Nation salute you? I can't speak on behalf of everybody else. I can only be the sports historian and present to you this piece of history. And if you want more history and you want more pieces of the sports opinion log, I suggest you just do the right thing. If you've come this far into the video, just do the next best thing. Subscribe to this channel, the bell icon to your right, ding, press it so you stay updated for any and all upcoming future videos. I thank you for tuning into this video on this late night. I will be back later in the week. Until next time, it's your boy Lex Anderson doing what I do best. Being the winner that I am, yeah, I'm going to pop my collar because I'm signing out. Let's get this Cinnamon Toast Crunch ready. Ooh wee. Yes, white for the special occasion. Kobe Bryant. LeBron's coming for you, Kobe. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? But of course, have no fear. I will always proudly rep Kobe Bryant and Laker Nation until the day I die.